Anderson, where did you go?
Oh,
All of a sudden, the radio stopped working, and then that flooding just disappeared.
You're welcome.
Crazy forest.
Yes.
Is this who I think it is?
Yes.
Casey, say hello to Alan Wake. Mr. Wake, this is Special Agent Alex Casey. He'll escort you to our car. Casey, I'll meet you there, right after I take a look around. If the flooding's receded, there might be evidence we missed earlier.
Okay. See you there.
Will do. I just want to enjoy this moment again. Sorry, I have to.
Alex Casey?
I'll mind my own.
Am I still... Is this the dark place?
Just to terrorize
Can't be.
Alan.
I got out.
You did, kind of, mostly.
Yeah, the PI in your books has the same name as me. Great.
Yeah, well...
Moving on.
You might wanna...
It's a bit of a hike to the car, Wake. Get your bearings, then we'll head out.
Yes.
I need another minute. Cauldron Lake.
Just give him a minute.
I thought I'd never see this place again.
Suit's fucked
Take
up.
your time.
Casey.
But you should know these woods aren't the safest.
Trying to be nice.
Yeah. It's getting dark. You have a flashlight?
We were literally there like 24 hours.
It's not safe without a light.
In the overlap.
I have a light. And a gun. You can relax, Wake.
And pages. If you see pages of writing anywhere, you must take them and keep them safe. Our lives could depend on it. They have vital information.
Everywhere.
We know about the pages, Wake. We'll keep an eye out for them.
Okay. Okay, just give me a moment. It's okay.
Take your time.
Yes, please. Enjoy. Oh, he's twitchy. Just like my last game, too. Twitchy. Alan is like, hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is RicketyGames. I'm Sydney, and today we are back with Alan Wake. This is the final draft. We are back here again. We have Alan on the beach. In one piece, mostly. Mentally, we'll work on it. Mr. Scratch is, you know, he's in the back there. Things change in this episode. Things are calm for a whole 5 minutes. We can go explore the woods now fully because we have no areas blocked off. As Casey mentioned, the flooding is gone. So I might run around the forest for a little bit and go collect a whole bunch of shit. I will swap out my charms as well so that we have the Mayor Setter charm and the other one that I mentioned, the quantity one, so that we can go get extra bang for our buck. So let me go run around and do that, and then let's head out to Casey, and we'll be on our merry way. Fisherman? Isn't this a throwback? He's been chewed to death. Ew! Are there piranhas in Cauldron Lake by any chance? I'll take whatever's in here. Oh yes. Streamside stash key. No math, please, my brain. What is this? That's annoying. I think we've got this one before. I think we're okay. I already have... What? My ass. Ooh, we got another page here. I'm headed to the Witchfinder's station. That seems to be the way that they want me to go. That or I got lost in the woods, admittedly. We've kind of read this one, but we haven't, so questionably new? Maybe? Oh shit, you guys. I forgot about you. Oh boy, FBC equipment. Did I get him?
And the animals are turning into monsters.
Creepy dolls.
Or a riddle. Perfect weird souvenir for Logan.
There we go. 658. Are you one of us or one of them? To the Witchfinder station.
Car, Anderson. How's it going down there?
I think I'm done here.
No, I'm not.
I'll meet you at the parking lot.
My ass, we're done. I'm still finding boxes. We just found the Witchfinder station.
One of those rhymes.
I don't have the dolls, but the power of editing, I will.
Something feels different.
A little bit.
I should look around.
Yes, creepy
What
ass.
is this?
Creepy ass wolf prints are different.
What
and you
the
got a little
hell?
charm. Since I've collected the charms before, I wonder if does it give me the same charm or does it give me something new? Oh, it gives me something new. Okay. Well, not new, but like one of the charms that like I'm allowed to have multiple of, if that makes sense. So I can't take this one, which is really depressing. So it's just gonna have to wait here. But the coffee mug charm, obviously, is you get an extra life, so it'll break and save your life, which is great in a pinch. I don't think there's anything else here, to be honest, so let's get out of here. What is this? Another page? I don't know if this is new or not. I feel like we've gotten this one before, but not here. I feel like this is one that we've gotten with, like, Alan in the sewer system, where the murder story starts to come together.
An overlap of the dark place needed a push from both directions to manifest itself. Reality in our world eroded by repeated dark lore tied to a location, and a counterpoint. A work of art, a horror narrative crafted in the depths of the dark place, connecting to the story on the other side to reach out through the weakened veil.
How Alan gets
A
out.
story of a lawman whose heart was cut out of his chest. Two corrupt men killed by their own twisted ambition. A haunted old woman drowned in a bathtub. Twisted reflections on the other side of the mirror. Arcs stabbing through realities, amplifying the influence of the dark place. These elements working in conjunction made a trickle that became a torrent, a wormhole, a vortex, and the art, the map, became the nightmare territory where the dark place encroached on our reality, a blanket over it, where they all overlapped, causing reality to twist and loop like a bad dream, remolding anything and anyone within its dark horror design.
Yeah, I think we've heard that before, but it's worth hearing again just because it is the mechanism with which Alan is able to get out by writing Return and Initiation. Okie dokie. Well, we didn't get the biggest haul, but we got some stuff. It was kind of fun. Got to shoot some people, got to shoot some wolves. I definitely forgot about them. And yeah, we're back. So let's walk on up to the car and hear the increasingly worrisome alarm that's definitely telling the FBC shit is going down here. And please help. We might as well look at it. I believe it says like error or something.
Warning.
Warning.
Activity detected. AWE. Event in
Aww.
progress. Cauldron Lake. What's an AWE?
It's an Alan Wake event.
Casey, what exactly does the FBC do?
After New York, when I started looking for our friend here, their name came up. I pushed them for any files they had on him, but got stonewalled. They have a reputation of showing up for weird shit.
The
They have a
weird shit.
presence here, and now we find our writer. How about that?
How about those altered world events? So strange. It's almost like they were monitoring it. Whoops. Let's head up to the car park and find the boys. Was that like a completely unnecessary detour that I just took? Yes, it is. It's honestly hilarious, though. Poor Alan's just sitting in the back of the car. Dude, why don't you give him like a
You ready
hang
to
out?
go?
Yes, I'm ready. He's like, I can't stand being in the car alone with Alan. It was enough to just come up here. Bright Falls we go.
Mr. Wake, we're taking you back to our field office in Bright Falls. You can freshen up there, and then we'll talk properly.
It's kind of odd that she would try
Hey,
this
Mom,
call.
Before you say anything, I'm totally fine. Don't freak out. Dad shouldn't have even texted you.
Logan? No one texted me. What's going on?
I'm totally fine. I slipped, that's all. God, it's not the end of the world.
Put your father on the phone.
Okay. Dad, it's Mom.
Why don't you just have a conversation with her first?
Don't worry, hun. Logan slipped in the shower and bumped her head. She has a slight concussion, but I'm keeping an eye on her. Lucky I heard her fall. She could have drowned.
Jesus, David.
Drowned.
Why didn't you call?
I tried. It didn't go through. She's fine, really. But what about you? You sound stressed.
No, it's, just weird case, that's all.
Well,
Very weird.
If you need a hint, my years of board game victories tell me Colonel Mustard did it.
I'll keep an eye out for him. Love you, Dave.
Love you too, honey. Want to say bye to Logan?
Just tell her I love her. Bye for now.
Yes, absolutely say goodbye to your kid. I don't understand. She doesn't even talk to her for like 5 seconds. She's just like, what happened? You did what? I'll talk to your dad. Poor Alan.
Is there anyone you'd like us to reach out to, Mr. Wake? You've been gone a long time.
No. No. They'd be in danger. It'll come for me.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Back the dark place.
Robert Nightingale. Do you know him? You were both here in 2010.
The Dark Presence got him back then. That's the last time I saw him. 13 years. Oh, fuck me.
Tell us about the pages. You had what looks like a title page with you. Return. Is this the name of the story on these pages? The writer's name has been scratched out pretty violently, but your name can still be made out underneath.
Scratched out. Yeah. Scratch.
Hey.
Did you write these pages, Mr. Wake?
I'm trying to remember. It's a crazy jumble, like a nightmare.
Like a puzzle.
It doesn't make sense.
Ati! Gotta remember there, Wake. Dig in.
I remember. I remember.
We're going in. Oh yeah, we get to play Alan. Trippy as hell, going through the vortex, the wormhole. Oof.
Welcome. We have a great show for you here tonight. Alan Wake is here. Alan Wake.
Alan Wake.
Favorite writers and guests on the show.
My favorite toy to chew.
About his latest book.
Between him and Tim Breaker,
And as usual,
I don't know who I'd like to terrorize more.
Gods of Asgard is
Snake Night.
you crazy Vikings.
Was I on a talk show tonight? Waking up in places with no memory of how I'd gotten there. It was out
Crazy
of
Vikings
control.
are on the wall.
I didn't need another mugshot in the fucking tabloids.
Well,
Had I
Alan,
already done the show? Was that a recording?
no, you gotta go out and do it. You gotta go hang out. As you do. Come on. He changes clothes so often in the dark place. Got the suit. Originally he had the jacket with the arm pads, and then he had the flannel. I love the jazz
see you,
that's
Alan.
intermittently
Great
in the
to see
game
you.
as
Welcome
well.
back to the show. Come on, sit down. Woo!
Woo!
Oh man,
Pause
it is
together.
so good to see you, Alan. This must be an exciting time for you. Tell me, does it ever get old?
So does what get old?
Publishing a new book.
Are you okay there, my friend? You look like you've been cooped up in the writer's room for a few too many years.
I'll bet. I'll bet.
This is exactly
The
how I
chuckle
feel.
from the Vikings, from the old gods.
You know, I've waited so long to get my hands on the sequel to Departure. You left us on quite the cliffhanger. We've all been dying to know what "it's not a lake, it's an ocean" really means.
Yes,
You and me
it's true.
both.
Well, our wait is over. Your new book, Initiation, hits the shelves
I don't have
tomorrow.
anything to show.
What?
That's exactly what every reader will be asking. This book is mind-bending. It's so cerebral. I mean, how would you describe it? An auto-fictional thought experiment? A horror story? A postmodern detective story?
Those
Wait,
three things.
this isn't right. I haven't written anything.
He's so humble.
Okay, you got me. Good prank, very funny. But yeah, sad to say, I've not written this. I'd remember if I'd written a book, right?
Or maybe it was written by your evil double. Well played, man. That is spot on. Playing the role here.
He's a good
Pretending
host.
the world of the book overlaps our own. That's very meta indeed. You see, Initiation tells the story of a fictional writer named Alan Wake, who is trapped in a nightmare, desperately trying to find the manuscript of a novel he has forgotten.
Triggered yet, Alan?
The book is set in New York, but it might not be New York at all. He is tormented by his dark doppelganger and guided by visions of a fictional detective he has written. That's right, Alex Casey is in this book as well.
I guess we'll just keep doing this the whole show. The joke's on me.
Isn't that what you sign up for with autofiction?
Yes.
No, but seriously, I found the structure of the reality you build in the book fascinating.
I'm using it in the
reminded me of
manual.
The Matrix. I mean, the writer is physically in his writer's room, trapped there, and he projects himself out to this dark dream of New York through the story he is writing. Like astral projection. Did I get that right?
Spot fucking on.
That's exactly right. Go on. I should be taking notes here. This is great stuff.
Notes to that other Alan Wake in that room writing this as we speak?
Ooh. And his
Are we
tone
all
changes
in
there,
your
so you
story,
know
Alan?
he's playing with him.
Wow. No, I wish you every success with your new book, Alan. I hope it's as successful as your best-selling Alex Casey series.
Oh dear.
Initiation hits the shelves tomorrow. After this, I'm sure we'll all be eagerly awaiting the culmination of this hero's journey trilogy of yours. A book called Return. Perhaps. Man,
chuckle.
thank you for one of the strangest interviews of my entire career, Alan. All this talk of meta-narratives. I kept expecting to disappear once this scene ends.
Well. I love Mr. Door. I know he's like evil, but he's so captivating. And he has the perfect mocking tone. Like you can tell he's being entertaining.
Something's
but he
not right
also
here.
has this like
I
very
needed to get home
subtle
to Alice.
like mocking underneath the tone. Like he's doing the show, he's doing the bit, but you can also just tell he's just like antagonizing. You know what I love it. He plays it so well. Oh boy. Fake New York hanging out in the studio here. And things are just like a little bit wonky around the sides. Oh, I love it. As far as I remember, if memory serves, there is nothing to go find out in the fringes of this world. We can go backstage and do the loop-de-loop, but there wasn't anything to find, at least out here anyway. It was just equipment, recording stuff, studio stuff as usual. And we don't have any
What the hell
flashlight.
was that interview? Some kind of joke?
Yeah.
Initiation? I never wrote a book called Initiation.
Not yet.
This felt like a bad dream. Could make a good horror story.
So I should take notes. 665, old neighbor of the beast,
Old gods of
right?
Asgard. That name sounded familiar.
Where's Barry? There it is. Where's Barry, guys? We need Barry. I would dig a DLC with just Barry. Mr. Door.
I was a mess. I'd never heard of this talk show or Mr. Door before. None of it felt right. Was I losing my mind?
In between. Yes, you are. Isn't there a Casper Darling thing here? Yes, there is. My interpretation of many worlds. Which is now quite significant to us because I think at the time I played this, I did not play Control recently. So this kind of went over my head. So this is obviously the Casper Darling, which is amazing. Also portrayed by Matthew Peretta. The voice of Ilka Vili, who is playing the body of Alan Wake, but the voice is voiced by this man right here. My interpretation of many worlds is also through, I'm assuming it's him breaking through, you know, what creates the phenomena known as the dark place, right? How you can have these alternate realities, like the places that Jesse is able to go to, these kind of liminal spaces. And Casper Darling was probably the closest to figuring out all of the weird shit before he himself disappeared. But what I really do want to say is the many worlds tagline at this point. So we know that Mr. Door / Mr. Hatch was the master of many worlds because he himself could live in any one of these worlds, these alternate spaces. Auti is also a master of many worlds because he too can switch traverse between the real world that we know and like the dark place worlds that exist. With Casper and Control, I think we realize that there's more of these worlds, and Quantum Break as well. There's more than just one. It's just not just timelines and stuff. And we know by the end of Alan Wake, really, especially the DLCs, the Master of Many Worlds is also a title that serves Alan, right? That was told to us in the Timebreaker DLC. When you go through all the text thing, he says he stumbles upon the Master of Many Worlds, and it's Alan in the office. So that gives us a little hint as to the power that Alan really holds if we didn't already know it. But it's nice to see the little throwbacks that we've got here. We can't leave, but there's a code.
Hey!
665.
I think I've been locked in.
Little bit, just a smidge.
Anybody?
Fuck. Now I have to find the code myself.
Fuck, we just found it. Neighbor
Great.
of the beast. Yoo! And it's creepy. Wasn't there stuff? It's me.
Maybe time never worked the way we think it does. It loops around it, and yet it goes forward. A spiral. I thought I was finding remnants of the earlier loops, earlier drafts of my writing. The murder sites. That I had left clues.
Is this new?
Mementos for myself to guide me on, but maybe that's only part of it. If time is not a straight line, then there are loops beyond these loops. Vast complex superstructures beyond what's happening to me now, ahead of me. And I'm there as well, a version of me, something. I have become some elevated, enlightened virgin, an archon, a demiurge, a demon of some sort playing a secret game, building something, his past self a pawn to get him there. A deus ex machina pushing me there. I hate the idea of crazy, intrusive thought. And yet, no crazier than anything else here.
Which version of myself was I?
I think that's
Where
new.
was I in this grand loop?
We're almost at the end, Alan. We've done all of the quirky, squiggly rings, and now we're getting to the top where it breaks off into something new. At least I think that's the case with the final draft, because it's the final draft, right? Meaning there are no more other drafts, right? So, Also, in the writer's room, he's got that little owl above him. You know, I never really connected that, but I think it's also a reference to Psycho, because the petrified bird thing, there was a lot of like promotional materials that had him with like the bird, and it's like horror and stuff. I don't know. It just kind of reminded me of that just now. Might not be a throwback to it, but you never know with these games. But that was definitely new. And also, I mean, I guess there are many ways to probably interpret Alan Wake, and this might just be like way too early, my brain's fried type of thought here, but you guys have to remind me, I know that the whole thing is very mental, right? So you have Alan physically who is trapped and mentally got fucked up, and Scratch, or whatever the dark presence version of Alan that you want to call him, is what takes over Alan's mind and like fucks up all his writing and makes it a horror story and is obviously hunting him and stuff, the other version of him. It comes from, first of all, his kind of fall off the deep end, his writer's block, you know, all of the insecurities, the horrible things that live inside Alan's brain. Since we know that it's sort of a mental thing, is there an interpretation of Alan Wake where he's not physically trapped in the dark place in Cauldron Lake, right? We know that he is, right? Just like Nightingale, he emerges from the lake. We just saw it. But is there a world in which you could argue that Alan has been trapped in the attic of the Valhalla nursing home in the house, typing away up there for 13 years? Is that like a possibility, and that all of this is like coming from his mind? Because he's like trapped there going insane? I don't know, I was just thinking about that. Like the way that Mr. Door phrased that, and that like everything else is an astral projection, it just kind of gave me that feeling. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, it's like interesting. Like I know that there's many ways to kind of see it, but I hadn't really considered that part. I think that like there could just be like an Alan that has been rotting away.
I had to get out.
Well, get out. Not again. Let us out. What am I saying, Blue? Let us out. Let us out. Oh, let us in.
This is the ritual to lead you on.
Ooh. Yikes. Scratch just went
Waking
bam.
up from the nightmare, I felt like a drowning man gasping for air.
You never
This place
left.
felt familiar. A
Or did
ghost
you?
of a memory surfaced, about writing here for countless days.
Like, wouldn't it be funny if like everything was just like normal outside, right? Like I think we know that it's not the case. I think we know that Alan was genuinely trapped under the lake in the dark place, wherever that takes him. But like, wouldn't it be kind of funny if he was just like trapped up here and just no one checked the attic? I don't know. It's just in my brain. There's maybe like the dumb high on life thoughts.
A plot board for mapping out a story. On the index cards, the nightmare that just happened to me. A summary of the story so far. But other notes as well. Warnings. I had written them. I couldn't remember what it all meant. The name Scratch filled me with dread.
Yep.
I could trust these words.
Your alter ego.
I had to act on them. You must write to escape.
So I bet here's where we start to get some really radical changes, because obviously it's about Alan, but he is the author, right? So the plot board and things like that, I wonder if like the stuff in here that we find is what creates this type of, I don't know, narrative. I wonder if we get to shape it a little bit more here. After the talk show, I thought I was in New York, but none of it had felt right. The writer's room was my safe haven. The writing affected what was outside.
I had to write more.
Read me, beware Scratch, Alice. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, well we got a typey type. There's nothing in the room. I remember that. Not much anyway. It was just the radio I just checked, right? Yeah, okay. I was like, there's nothing in the room. Then I see like a little dot in the corner. I'm like, typey type. I mean, this writer's room is like Alan's nightmare equivalent of Saga's mind place, right?
I didn't remember much.
Right?
But I knew my thoughts and ideas could manifest as reality in this dark place. I'd use my writing to project myself out of this room. Like a deep sea diver to go deeper and explore the depths of this prison for a way out.
Like Zane.
This room was my boat. Writing was my lifeline. I would start again at the talk show.
All the drafts over and over and over again until you get it right. I love it. It's so brilliantly done.
Thank you. Oh, you're too kind. Welcome back. We have a great show for you here tonight. Real treat for all you Alex Casey fans out there.
Oh yes, he
Alex
gets to meet
Casey
him.
himself is here tonight. That's right.
Sam Lake.
ladies and gentlemen. The actor
So
who's
meta.
given his face to the famous detective in the film series.
He's not a director
And
here.
of course, we have Alan Wake here.
I know that
Best-selling
the
writer,
DLCs
books,
are their own
films
thing, but
are based
they
on.
still do
Let's this.
callbacks to the game, right? References almost like inside to each other. So while they're not like canon necessarily, I think they definitely add context or more context to the stories. Here we go.
Welcome back to the show. So,
He's
Alan,
so confused.
as the creator of the character, how do you feel about this?
Who?
Sorry, what?
I know it can be an awkward question with the man sitting right next to you, but I mean, how do you feel about him
like,
in the role
literally
of
right
Casey?
there,
Does
buddy.
he look the part to you?
He looks exactly like I always imagined Casey to be. It's uncanny.
Thank you. That means so much to me. I'm a huge fan of your books.
So, what's the problem, Alan? Because on more than one occasion, you voiced your reservations about the adaptations.
It's not that. They're their own thing. They've gone with choices that are different from mine. I feel protective about my stories, and these adaptations... I don't know. I guess I just wish I could have been more involved in making them.
Well, in that case, you won't have seen this either. We have a clip from the new film, Murder Case Casey. Should we roll it, or do you want to say something first, Sam?
Nah, just roll it.
Too late. It is really tough to have adaptations, right?
This city was an old scar that refused to heal. The rain made it fester. It needed the sun, but there was only the night. I was tired. Insomnia covered me like a plastic film. I was watching the world through a rain-slick window, my own reflection haunting the view. I was trying to track down a missing writer. My only clue was a table lamp, shaped like an angel. The only thing to shed light on this sordid mystery.
Table lamp shaped like an angel. I don't think we were able to identify that
Sam.
before this. But that's Thomas Zane's lamp, right?
I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Wait, stop. What was that about a writer? About
And a
a
lamp. It almost feels new, but I don't think it is. No, that wasn't new. Okay, I just checked. I was like, I had like a small moment of being like, wait, is just my brain filling in things that I already know that I'm making old but is new? And then I was like, no, we've definitely heard that before. We've definitely heard it before. I'm tripping myself into thinking we're in the dark place. You know what I mean? It's just... We're just tripping out. Don't worry about it. Just tripping some serious balls. This is what happens when you play games like this. So I don't think anything changes across these things. Oh. 5, 6, 5. Yeah, that's right. The code changes. But like as far as like items go, I don't think anything changes because it's still the interpretation of many words. Are these pills? Should they be eye drops instead? Dun dun dun. Okay, so it should be 6 or that, you know. What my fingers did, not what my mouth said, you know, as you do. TV? No TV? That was definitely new. Because I don't remember them showing us like the light bullet and stuff all that much. I think they showed it to you maybe in the game once before the ending of it, but I don't remember it like being so prevalent. And also the repeated motifs of talking about the loops and the spirals and stuff like that. I think that that's all giving a hint that Alan has finally figured out the final loop that is not connected, which means it's a spiral. Right. Oh, wait. I was gonna say, do we get to see Ahti? And I'll actually get to appreciate Ahti this time, not just be like, hey, what's up? I kind of know you. Because he shows up in the beginning of... Oh, I unlocked it. He shows up in the beginning of, Control, which I think I vaguely remembered, but it wasn't like a thing for me. But then obviously he shows up way more throughout Control, especially the DLCs. And yeah, we figure out what a badass this man is. He's hanging out. I just want to go see if there's anything around here. Like the map! There we go. Does this open? I don't think it does. Oh, it does. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Does this open? Alan Wake? My room? Back here. The fact that my face, Mr. Door, we got Sam or Alex Casey, and then I can't make out who this is. It's Ahti! There we go. And of course, the gods. As they are. Beautiful. And then this is probably... Oh, okay. So we unlocked the whole thing. Great. Good to know. Ahti!
Ah, Lorraine! There you are, Tom!
Hello!
Oh, not so much evil that not a bit of good as well. Not one without the other.
Always true.
Good to see you.
Can't live without a little bit of darkness. It's good to see a friendly face.
Hey, I can't seem to find my way out of here. Can you point me to the exit?
No totta helvetissä. Of course, Tom. The work will instruct its maker. I was gonna get something from the basement for you, but you can get it yourself now.
My lamb?
The more cooks, the worse the soup.
I'm gonna say that more than too many cooks in the kitchen. The more cooks, the worse the soup.
What do you want me to get from the basement?
Your lamp.
And my name's Alan, not Tom.
Shut up, Tom.
Ja, mutta katsoppa, a man, but a man with a tool makes two, Tom. Eikö niin? And a man with a tool can build his own exit. It's in a shoebox, in the basement where you left it. Safe as in the Lord's purse. Here's the key.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
Have we met before?
Yes.
Are you trapped in the dark place too?
You remember Ahti, the janitor. You can't be lost if you don't worry about where you are headed.
True.
So don't worry, Tom. The sun will shine even into a heap of twigs.
I don't know what that means.
Just remember to turn on the lights. It won't take long when you get to work.
Hell yeah.
I've been trying to find a way to escape the dark place. Any suggestions?
He who mouths about his troubles is the prisoner of his troubles.
Stop bitching, is what he's saying.
It's not easy to get out. But don't you worry, Tom. The home is still there where the heart is. I often think about it when I mop the floor and look into the puddle. Water is the memory of the world. Water finds its way.
The janitor was a bit out there, but still a friendly face.
Hey, that's a callback.
I had to trust the basement would get me out of here.
Friendly face is a callback to Control. But the water, I also wonder if he's kind of referring to, like, water's the tree of life, which we know is the door in the basement that Ati, I don't know if guards is the word, but is associated with. At least in the Foundation DLC for Control. It's very creepy with that red light over there. Oh, it's so good to see you. I feel bad that we never get to give this man like a hug or something. Alright, well, we got the key. I don't think there's anything out here. Anything else. Key! So we'll just go down. It's very, very dark. Very dark down here. Let's go down into the green basement. Got red lights up there, green lights down here. Hard to know which one is nice. Only one map, no basement map. Okay. There's all the puzzles down here, right? Because once we get the lamp, we can switch all of the things around to get out to the street. Oh yeah, there it is. Creepy. To your head. What am I walking on? As far as I remember, there wasn't much to loot down here either.
The talk show host?
What's up, buddy?
Good evening.
Hi.
A writer trapped in a dream world attempts to write a story to shape reality around him and escape.
Thanks for rubbing it in.
Beset by visions leaking in from realities beyond his own. He uses those visions as inspiration for his stories, in hopes of giving them power, to make them come true. Us, hidden few, know that ultimately he will succeed. But before that, many of his stories collapse back into the stuff that dreams are made of, to remain as they began, works of fiction. And yet, maybe there is a gleam of truth to be unearthed from these tales. A rare glimpse into the unseen realities beyond our own.
Beyond our own.
Offering us intriguing avenues of contemplation as they transpire in Night Springs.
Ooh. That is awesome. Night Springs season intro. It's so good to see that dude. And commercial. 2 of them?
Night Springs, a special place, a shifting space, existing in a countless number of parallel realities. Sometimes a quaint small town, sometimes a hulking metropolis. Different every time we set upon the road that leads us there. And yet, like a half-remembered echo of a fading dream,
Echo.
always familiar to us. These are the stories that take place there. Awe-inspiring, macabre,
inspiring,
terrifying, heartbreaking, nail-biting, absurd, and thrilling. Sometimes all of these things at once. A haunting new season of mind-bending episodes written by Alan Wake. I am your host,
Orlando.
and I will see you soon in
Night Springs.
Night Springs.
I want my little chimes. I think that was the DLC trailer commercial as well. So it's kind of interesting that we got, I guess, both of them. So, there we go. Working our way through the story. I almost thought that was a spiral and be like, ah! It's a dartboard. Calm down. Alright, let's get our lamp in the shoebox.
An old lamp in a shoebox. Was this what the janitor had left for me?
Yes! I totally didn't miss this on the table last time. And there's the cut, snipped
the lamp
wire.
Felt significant.
With the clicky switch.
A tool for bringing light to the darkness.
Bringing light to the darkness, even with no...
I felt a magnetic pull between the lamp and the light overhead.
Yes, we'll get there. Nothing else in the room? Alright. Pull the lamp.
Whoa!
It's our
When the
deluminator.
light jumped into my lamp, the whole room changed. Like something in a dream. Opening a way forward, the lamp was humming.
Sonic
the bulb
screwdriver.
glowed. It held the light now.
Yes, that's right. We have to get the charges and everything, and we can throw them places.
I felt another surge from the lamp.
Yes, Alan.
I could use it again. The glow
We've
in the
been
lamp
here
went out,
before.
shifting the light in the room. The light carved out something new from the darkness.
New. Something new. I love it. The Harry Garrett Show. Put it back. Hottie. And then it's gone. All the bodies. I mean suits. Hottie! Is anything around here? Nope. Seems not so. I believe we have to go up here and like come out on the balcony and then change it, right? Like, do we have to do like this thing? Change it now? Ah, excuse you. Changey wangey. Yeah, there we go, okay. And now it's different on this side? Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. Boom. Okay, but hang on. I hear Ati. Is there a world in which I can go talk to him again?
I needed to find another way out.
Oh no, it's just locked. He's just hanging out there though. I thought we could talk to him again maybe. Now I'd be like, hey, I got the lamp. And he's gonna be like, stop bitching, find your own way out. Alright. We'll go down the hallway. Here we go. All the TVs. TV time! Get blinded. No charges? Well, that's upsetting. Do I have to go steal the charge from the downstairs to do this? Oh no. Okay, not the downstairs, just out. Now we can do it.
The dark place wants to drown me. I'm losing myself. I have to fight it. I have to remember the clicker, the light switch. I lost it, but I have the lamp now. The lamp the switch was cut from. This place is a nightmare. Not real, and yet more real than anything. The danger and the horror real. It feeds off my mind, twisting whatever it takes into psychotic reality. I'm trapped here. I write to escape. I've tried this many times, written countless stories, forgotten how many. I keep failing, but I must keep trying. I use the story to dive deeper. Every word I write is a step forward on this spiral of the darkness.
Spiral.
I dive to the bottom to find the answer, the map, and the key, and the compass. It's combined to form a door leading out. But how do you open a door that's not a door? At the bottom of an ocean that's not an ocean, and a lake that's not a lake.
Poor Alan, seeing himself lose it on screen must just be not only extra trippy, but he must also be feeling those same emotions because he's lived it, right? It's been in his mind and stuff. Oh, it's one of my favorite songs in the game. But, oh, yeah, it's so rough because, you know, he's just probably in his own mind spiraling, being like, I hear those words, I said those words, are they my words? Is it something like, I don't know, something kind of crazy. But they're changing the language, right? It's not a loop, it's a spiral. They're changing all of the loops to spirals, like the words, physical words. I feel like they're being said that things are more of a spiral now, right? Because the game's opening set the tone, right? Things are different now. Alan, right now, while he doesn't understand the events that he's going through, he will, right? We know this because at the end of the game, when he gets to the bullet of light and the whole ending moment with Saga, we know that at that point, he understands where this is going, right? And what he did wrong, I think. And that's what's changed about this game, is that we go through the same things again, but things are slightly tweaked enough that it's the right combination of elements, like he just said, in order to find our way to the surface from the bottom of the lake that is not a lake, right? So It's so good. So we're getting slowly but surely more new things. I think each one kind of has like a 1, 2, 3 kind of little things in there. Obviously not like a boatload of things, but when you put everything together and it becomes compiled by the end of the game, it'll be a whole bunch of things, I'm sure. So if you guys want those new things, more new things, the spirals, the loops, we're breaking the pattern, it's great. It will be right over here that next episode. Let's continue the story. We are the neighbor of the beast after all. We have to tame it. So let's get to it. See you then.